Now, a lot of people are pointing fingers for Justin Fields to go to the Atlanta Falcons, so in today's episode, I am going to be realistically rebuilding the Atlanta Falcons in the offseason, but with the new addition of Justin Fields. But we can't actually trade for Justin Fields until we move in to the trade period and free agency. I have to get through the re-signings first, so let me quickly do this. Kyle Pitts, 5th-year option, absolutely. Van Jefferson, no. He was one of the worst wide receiver separators in the league this year. Jeff Okudah, it would be cool to bring him back for the Falcons. I think they will re-sign him in real life. But in Madden, he has absolutely no interest in being here, and I'm not going to force him to be here if he's only a normal dev, 77 overall. Honestly, everyone else here, not really interested in, and just in general, don't really like anyone. So let's move into the trade. So unfortunately in Madden, you can't just do your own forced trade, so I had to make Justin Fields a punter so he can be a 30 overall, but I'm trading away my 2nd round pick and a 4th round pick for Justin Fields. A lot of people may say, oh, he will go for a 1st round pick, he'll go for more than that. A lot of people say that, but you don't know it until it actually happens, so this is what I'm just giving for now. A lot of people will say Justin Fields is worth more than this, but in my personal opinion, he doesn't have the passing numbers, and the reason why the Bears are moving on from him is because he doesn't have those passing numbers and doesn't put it up. And again, a lot of people are going to point fingers and say, oh, it's the coaching, it's the offensive line. You can't really debate it anymore. A lot of people want him traded. A lot of people want him to stay. Either way, it looks very evident that the Bears are going to go with Caleb Williams, so they know that the Atlanta Falcons have leverage here, a 2nd and a 4th for Justin Fields. So now Justin Fields is on the Atlanta Falcons. He's a 79 overall scrambler, star dev, 25 years old. In Madden, this is a good starting placement for him. 94 speed, 95 acceleration, 91 throw power. Looks very good on paper. People would probably love to have him in a franchise, but of course, we're doing a simulation franchise, so it is a little bit different here. For the rest of the team, of course, we got superstar dev, Bijan, we got Drake London, Kyle Pitts, plenty of talent around this offense, especially getting Raheem Morris as a head coach. Now, for the offensive line, Chris Lindstrom is great. Jake Matthews, on the other hand, though, I kind of want to cut him. 32 years old, that's whenever you start regression in Madden as a lineman, and his contract blows, dude. I don't want to pay you $20 million a year. I know left tackle is a really high paid contract in the NFL, but at the same time, he's 32. He's only going to regress for the team, and I just don't have an interest in keeping him. Maybe I bite the bullet here. For now, I'm going to keep him because I do have the cap space, but in the future, I don't really see him with our team. Defensively, though, this is what we got. Inside, I moved Grady Jarrett to the inside to edge rusher and Arnold Ebiketie to the edge rusher as well. Grady Jarrett's contract isn't really the best either, $20 million a year. Pretty crazy. I'll probably just, again, write it out for one more year just because of the fact that we have so much cap room. Jesse Bates, of course, AJ Terrell, Arnold Ebiketie, David Onyemata, Caden Ellis, Richie Grant. Caden Ellis, he's pretty solid in real life. 29 years old, though. It's pretty old. He was a 24-year-old rookie. Man, that's rough. Only 5 years experience. But anyways, let's move into free agency. After free agency, yes, I have no signings. I went after Connor Williams, Calvin Ridley, and one more defensive back that I'm blanking on right now. All 3 of them said no, and the rest of the available free agents either don't want to play for us or I just don't like. So unfortunately, we are going to miss out on this free agency. It honestly wasn't as stacked as I thought it was going to be. In the first round, the Atlanta Falcons are picking up edge rusher out of UCLA. Unfortunately, only normal dev, but he is 6'4", 265. Hopefully, he can be very, very good for us in the future. I don't know how you pronounce that, so don't flame me in the comments. Last name Latu, I believe is how you pronounce it. A power moves, A pursuit, A hit power, B block shedding, B zone coverage. Overall, looks good. We need another edge rusher. It's definitely a need for the entirety of the defense. Hopefully, he can be that guy. Now, this is the team after the draft. Justin Fields has Drake London, Kyle Pitts, and Bijan as his weapons. Might trade Tyler Algier, but in Madden, rotational backs might be a good thing. Looks like the AI picked up this guy named Jalen McMillan out of Washington. Rome Odunze is number 2. O-line looking solid for year number 2. Defensively, Latu, hopefully he can be really good. 77 overall is actually a pretty high overall, especially for a rookie, but no dev trade, unfortunately. He will be playing as the rush right end. And honestly, Jonnu Smith, I don't want him as my second string, my slot receiver, so I guess Ali will be it. I don't even know who that is, if I'm being honest, but this is what we got for year number 1 with Justin Fields and the Atlanta Falcons. Let's see how we do at the midseason mark. 1-6 at the midseason mark. Wow, legendary year for Justin Fields. Even though the offensive passing game is 13th, I'm using the Dallas offense and the Buffalo defense. This is what we get. We have a breakout defensive line for Latu here. If I'm mispronouncing that, I'm sorry, and that's just how it's going to be the entire video because I do not know how to pronounce that. Don't really care about the upcoming draft prospects until we get to the combine because that's what really separates everyone from another person. And honestly, what do I need here? I guess I'll go receiver here. It's a top strength of the class because Justin Fields can't just have Drake London. I know he has Kyle Pitts as well, but it would be nice to give him something else as we lose to the Aiden O'Connell Las Vegas Raiders unless they drafted like Jaden Daniels or something like that. $71 million, and team has no franchise QB is the problem for AJ Terrell. And I will potentially fix that at the end of the year. Hopefully that will change. Justin Fields, I want him back for the entire rebuild. We're going to end up paying him around $30 million a year just because, you know, he's the focus of the rebuild and he doesn't accept it, which is kind of crazy. Richie Grant, he's about to turn 27, not even an 80 overall. I want to see how he performs before I give him a contract. Drew Dahlman, even though he's normal dev, I'll keep him for 5 years, 79 overall, normal dev. Definitely is not bad. He resigns. Anyone else here that I have a huge interest in? No, probably accept the option on Drake London. Definitely need AJ Terrell back. Hopefully he changes his interest by the end of the year. Justin Fields, hopefully who will accept the contract by the end of the year as well. But let's see what we have here for the defensive line breakout challenge is what I was trying to say. 1-6. Hopefully we can beat the Russell Wilson Denver Broncos if he's even on the team anymore. We do. 17-10, holding them to 10 points. Not going to lie, that game was humbling. Really? Only holding the Broncos to 10 points was a humbling game for you? That's actually surprising. Well, we're 2-6 now. Let's move into the playoffs. Finishing the season once again 7-10 with Justin Fields, so obviously did not improve any situation. Losing to the Giants 24-14 in Week 18. Our offensive passing game is 16th. Our defensive passing game is 11th. But defensive rushing game is 29th, even with 2 solid defensive tackles. Honestly, a solid D-line. Fields, nothing crazy passing-wise. 24th best offense, 22nd best defense. 20-14. That's not good. 86 pass rating is garbage, dude. And he's in a passing offense for this Dallas playbook, focusing on the tight end with Kyle Pitts. Bijan, 4.1 per carry, 10 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. Drake London, 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns. Jalen McMillan, 2 touchdowns, 800 yards. Really, Kyle Pitts never really got involved that much. Disappointing. Anyways, defensively, Caden Ellis, 148 tackles is amazing. 19 tackles for a loss for Latu. Great rookie season. Sacks, 7.5. Hopefully he gets start at. Interceptions, 3 for D. Alford and Mike Hughes, outperforming AJ Terrell in interceptions. 0 safeties and 0 defensive touchdowns. Really rough first year for Justin Fields. Hopefully he can bounce back, and we're going to draft him another receiver. Let's move into the re-signings. And the Ravens beat the Packers in the Super Bowl. Lamar wins the Super Bowl MVP. Patrick Mahomes wins another league MVP. Kyle Shanahan, Coach of the Year. And there are no awards here for the Atlanta Falcons. In the NFC South, Taysom Hill, Cam Jordan, Johnny Hecker, Adam Thielen, and Ryan Jensen all retire. Ryan Jensen should have already been retired on this roster, but for some reason, I can't cut him off his own team because he's placed on IR on this roster, which is super annoying that EA just doesn't update their game. For the team upgrades, offensively, we look the exact same. Defensively, Caden Ellis has superstar dev, but he's 30 years old now, so I don't really care. Richie Grant stayed at a 77 overall, so I'm probably not going to re-sign him. But Latu out here, I feel like I definitely know I'm completely mispronouncing that. I'm sorry to everyone watching this. He has superstar dev now. Going from normal to superstar dev is huge. Absolutely huge for this team. It said there was no defensive rookie of the year for the Falcons. I guess he got NFC defensive rookie of the year. So he increased the star dev, then he got defensive rookie of the year and got superstar dev, even though the AI said we didn't win any awards, but I'll take it. $90 million to spend here, and AJ Terrell still doesn't want to be here because we don't have a franchise QB. I'm just going to overpay for him. I kind of have to. He wants to test free agency. I'm tagging him. If he doesn't want to be here, I don't care. He needs to stay. Justin Fields, is the entire point of this rebuild, didn't accept his previous contract. Dude, you're lucky to get $30 million after the garbage season you just had. So I'm just going to give him a little bit more money, and he's going to test free. I can't tag both of them. I'm going to go in free agency since Justin Fields actually has an interest with the team and get him back. But I'm tagging AJ Terrell. He's not leaving. The fact that Justin Fields had that absolute garbage season and is demanding so much more money from me is absolutely outrageous. Richie Grant's 27, didn't even progress a single overall this year. I just don't want him because he's going to start regression the next season. So unfortunate situation for him. 69 million. Nice. Let's get to free agency. After free agency, we got Dre Greenlaw, 90 overall, right outside linebacker. Yes, he's 28 years old, but he's going to be so good for the team throughout the rest of the rebuild. And we got Justin Fields back on a cheaper contract than what I originally offered him. So he's an idiot. But anyways, let's move into the draft. In the first round, we're picking up a new wide receiver for Justin Fields. Unfortunately, normal dev again. He is 6'5", 229, normal dev though. Again, that sucks at Oregon State. 90 speed, 91 acceleration, 95 jumping is crazy. I hope he would have crazy jumping with being 6'5". A catch in traffic, a stiff arm, a spat catch, a short route. He is definitely a big jump ball guy. Hopefully he can get more than just normal dev by the end of the season. In the second round, I'm drafting defensive tackle Stephon Monroe out of LSU, 6'3", 303 hidden dev, 90 strength, 78 acceleration, skills, A's and B's across the board. I'm probably going to cut Gerald Everett. Now, this is the team in year number 2. Honestly, Jake Matthews didn't regress nearly as bad as I thought he would. I mean, yes, it's only been 1 year and he's gone down 1, but I don't know if I necessarily want to cut him at this point because I could just finish out his contract. I have $11 million in cap room. I would actually save $8 million. I'm just going to cut him. I just completely contradicted myself. I'm just going to find someone else to fill in his replacement. And Griffith here is a 76 overall, but normal dev. So it really sucks that he has normal dev at 76 overall for a rookie. Is great. Defensively, though, Grady Jarrett, he's an 85 overall. How much money would I save by cutting him? I'm saving so much money by cutting him. He's gone too. I know it's like, oh, you're just cutting these guys you don't need to. I kind of do. Looks like the AI picked up this guy named Ross. I completely forgot to replace Richie Grant, so I'm glad that the AI did. Dre Greenlaw is going to be great, and Caden Ellis, he seems to be balling recently. Specialist. Dre Greenlaw, Monroe is here, Archer, got all that. Griffith is going to be in the slot. I'm going to pick up a free agent left tackle. Maybe I just straight up re-sign Jake Matthews, because he'll probably be on a cheaper deal now. And Grady Jarrett is there. I feel like it would be, I mean, it's only 6.6 million now instead of 19 million, which is crazy that I just can't negotiate it back down to what that is. So for now, since it's going to be more realistic, I'll re-sign Cameron Fleming, and we'll get to the midseason mark. 3-3 at the midseason mark, much better than last season, but actually kind of contested in this trash division. 2 years later, the Panthers are 4-3 after giving up the #1 pick to the Bears. And I don't know who any of these guys are. Sure, we'll auto upgrade them for this next game against the Week 8 Patriots. And scouting national focus, I mean, my receivers aren't even that horrible at this point. Do I do offensive tackle to get a solid left tackle? I can probably sign a better one in free agency. Maybe more defensive tackle. Actually, I'll do linebacker. Caden Ellis definitely won't be here next season just because of his age, and I need a left outside linebacker along with it. Another DB would be nice, probably another safety as well. Players ready to negotiate. $92 million to spend. Kyle Pitts is going to stay here forever. We're going to do a 7-year deal with him, and he's going to accept here. AJ Terrell still wants a franchise QB. Hopefully, Justin Fields can do that to change his interest this year. Arnold Ebiketie, I want to see how he performs, because paying someone $10 million just to put up like 4.5 sacks is not going to cut it for me. Tyler Algier, honestly, just don't need him. Caden Ellis doesn't even want to be here. Desmond Ridder, no. David Onyemata is too old. And yeah, it's literally just looking at, yeah, we're going to accept the option on Bijan, even if he doesn't want to be here, of course. It's literally just waiting for AJ Terrell and seeing how Justin Fields does. Hopefully he improves, but let's move into the playoffs. 12-5, top of the division, making the playoffs, but we got to face Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown in the first round of the playoffs. So that might be an immediate loss. Coming off a loss, 30-28 against the Seahawks. Tough blow. Stats and awards, Justin Fields, I guess better this year, you would say. 10th best offense here, 4th best defense. That's what really carried us. Like, it's an improvement. 4 more touchdowns, 1 more interception, a significantly better passer rating, and 3,800 yards. But it's like, damn, dude. It's not that crazy. It's really not, but I already signed him to a deal, so I kind of have to keep him. Bijan is what carried the offense. 17 touchdowns, 5.0 per carry, 1,400 yards is great for Bijan. Great for any running back. Chantrell Griffith, the rookie wide receiver with normal dev, 1,100 yards, 5 touchdowns. He has to get at least star dev. Almost 100 receptions as well. Drake London, 1,000 yards, 5 touchdowns. Kyle Pitts, only 5 touchdowns to 700 yards. Really should be getting more involved. McMillan, 6 touchdowns, 587 yards. Defensively, Dre Greenlaw, 113 tackles for a loss, 19 for Arnold Ebiketie, and 11.5 sacks. He's probably going to get superstar dev and definitely going to get a re-signing. Latiu, exactly the same stats as last year, which is kind of crazy. Animata, nothing crazy. And Stephon Monroe, the rookie defensive tackle with 8 sacks, is great. 4 interceptions for AJ Terrell. Of course, we got to try to sign him. Hopefully, he acknowledges that Justin Fields is the franchise QB, even though he hasn't put up crazy stats. Hopefully he is. But let's see what we got in the first round, year number 2, against the Philadelphia Eagles to see if we can go to the divisional round. We can, 41-35. We have to play back-to-back crazy opponents, but we still get home field advantage. Let's see if we can beat the Niners to move on to the conference championship. And we do. 3 crazy opponents in a row, dude. Come on, I got to play the Cowboys. Now, Dak in real life is out here asking to reset the QB market for $60 million. He's a total idiot. Let's try and prove him wrong that he can't even get past the conference championship to go to the Super Bowl, and let's try and advance it ourselves. Here we are against the Cowboys. They're going to start with the ball and put up 3. We're going to respond with 7. Nice stuff. Second quarter now. Cowboys going to put another 3 on the board. Defense holding stronger. Offense doesn't finish in the red zone there, but it makes the Cowboys put up another 3. Offense, wake up, please. 14-23 now. 2-score game. You have to score here, and you throw a pick. A good job. Really great performance from my offense. My defense holding the Cowboys to 23 points was pretty good, but my offense not capitalizing in red zone, and Justin Fields putting up 0 touchdowns. Perfect. So let's move into the offseason. And the Jaguars beat the Cowboys in the Super Bowl. Jared Verse is on the Jaguars. I swear, in every simulation I do, he always goes to the Jaguars. Dak wins the league MVP. Sure, dude. Anyways, Chantrell Griffith wins the Rookie of the Year, so expect superstar dev or star dev from him at least. In the NFC South, the Saints punter retires, Emmanuel Ogbah on the Panthers retires, D-Hop on the Panthers retires, Cam Fleming, our free agency signing, retires, Cody Whitehair on the Bucs retires, and Levante David retires as well. For the team upgrades, Griffith only has star dev. I thought it would go from normal to superstar because we saw it with our other defensive end with normal dev, Latiu or whatever. And Griffith getting star dev, that's good enough for me. Justin Fields should have really enough weapons. A tight end that's in the 90s, Griffith. Drake London, McMillan isn't even a bad slot player here. Bijan, who crushed it this year, and a solid O-line overall. Defensively, 86 overall team too. Anything upgrade-wise defensively? Monroe had 8 sacks, did great. Arnold Ebiketie getting a lot of tackles for a loss and 11.5 sacks doesn't give him superstar dev, which is crazy. Got this guy named Archer, I believe, in like the 4th round. He has star dev now. That's nice to see, but let's move into the re-signings. For the re-signings, Bijan, I'm going to accept his option. AJ Terrell still doesn't believe that Justin Fields is the guy. I don't really blame him, but we're going to have to overpay for him, and we do. $73 million left. Arnold Ebiketie just put up 11.5 sacks. His contract only increases by $1 million. He has moderate interest. Auto 3 years increase his bonus, and he re-signs with the team. $62 million left. I don't need Tyler Algier. Caden Ellis just doesn't want to be here. If he had interest, I would re-sign him for another year, but I definitely need to move on from him now that he's just super old and doesn't want to be here. Not really interested in anyone else. Do I need this punter? I'll just sign a new one in free agency. Got $62 million. Let's move into it. After free agency, huge free agency, we're getting someone to pair with AJ Terrell and Deron Bland. Had no interest, but money changed his mind. 4 years, $48 million salary, and $48 million bonus. Ronnie Stanley got him on a 3-year deal as our new franchise left tackle until he retires. He is 32, but he has superstar dev, so that will slow down his regression. Ryan Stonehouse as a punter, Jermaine Pratt as a temporary linebacker to replace Caden Ellis, who is 30, but he has superstar dev. He's an 83 overall, and I'm probably going to draft a new middle linebacker. And Von Bell as a temporary strong safety. In the first round, another normal dev, dude. I am missing so hard in this video. Usually, I would consider myself to be good at drafting, but Sam Baldwin out of Alabama, normal dev, 6'1", 227, 88 speed, 88 acceleration is nice. A zone coverage, A awareness, A finesse moves, A hit power, B block shedding. Can you really blame me for taking these guys? Like, statistically and athletically, they look great, but then they just give me normal dev, which is annoying. But at the same time, both my normal dev picks ended up being stars or superstars, so this could be good as well. Probably going to make him the starter so that way he can be pushed to at least a star dev. In the second round, getting David Onyemata's replacement, Max Rhodes out of Oklahoma State, 6'2", 300 pounds, hidden dev, 90 strength, 80 acceleration, A finesse moves, B play rec. He looks great. This is the team moving into year number 3. Did I not resign my right tackle? Caleb McGarry, I didn't see him there unless I missed him, or maybe he retired and just AI didn't tell me, which is a little bit frustrating. But offensively, we look good. 87 overall team. Rhodes is a 72 overall. I'm going to start Baldwin, who's a 74, which is, again, it's good for a rookie, but it's really annoying that they don't get these devs off rip. So Archer, I'm going to move to the 3 here. And then Specialist, what do I have? McMillan's going to be in the slot. That's fine with me. Rhodes, Pratt. Honestly, I know it sounds crazy. I'm going to move Baldwin to the starting middle linebacker just so that way he can potentially get Defensive Rookie of the Year, which would be amazing. Dre Greenlaw is going to be the number 2 there, but he's still going to be, of course, in rotation. And he will probably, well, yeah, he's definitely going to be the starter as a right outside linebacker on the field over Zach Harrison. And 87 overall team, I think we're looking good. Year number 3, let's see how we do at the midseason mark. 4-3, but 3rd in the division, highly contested division here, which is crazy to say for the NFC South. But let's see what we have for the upgrade players. And do I just auto-upgrade? I will just auto-upgrade. I honestly don't care. But it matters for this upcoming week. Getting a 10-7 win against the Ravens, holding the Baltimore Ravens offense to 7 points is outrageously good. But scouting national focus, do I need anything at this point? I guess left outside linebacker would be my only thing here. So maybe a safety, actually, because Von Bell is not going to cut it. So I should have done that. Not going to change it now. Players ready to negotiate. $30 million to spend. Jesse Bates, of course, I'm going to need you back here. And he resigns 99 overall. Drake London, I won't have the money for. This is going to be a tight fit. Just like your girl, bro. Yeah, this low-key blows. Young Hoku, I want back. And I need Latu back. Young Hoku, my boy, I'm going to need you back for the rest of the rebuild. We're giving Koo the contract. And then later in the season, I might have to finesse my way through this, which is basically just dump Drake London's contract and then tag him. I'm going to have to give up my left guard. Clark Phillips would actually not be a bad signing either. And I could afford him maybe in the offseason, so maybe I'll re-sign Clark Phillips for a 3rd year. But I'm going to have to do something, maybe tag Drake London. And who is eating all of my money other than Justin Fields, which is a tad bit annoying. So we're going to go here. Go to total. Yeah, it's Justin Fields, AJ Terrell, Chris Lindstrom, Drake Greenlaw, Jesse Bates, Deron Bland, Ronnie Stanley, Drake London, Drew Dahlman. Honestly, these, like, I'm not even mad about any of these. If these guys want to eat some contracts, that's fine with me. They're all good players. But apart from that, let's just move into the playoffs. 10-7 in the playoffs, 2nd division. This time we are playing the Eagles at their home, so it could change a lot of things. Justin Fields loses to his former team 32-29 in Week 18, which could have potentially won us the division. We have a breakout linebacker challenge here from Sam Baldwin, which could be really, really huge for us, but it's against the Eagles. Wish it could have came against the Bears. Well, actually, they dropped 32 points on our heads, so I don't even know how well that would work. But stats and awards, let's see what we have here. Fields, a lot better. Very, very good now. Finally, he broke out. 8th best offense, 14th best defense, 4,100 yards, 33 touchdowns, 13 receptions, 102 pass rating. Good season, actually great season. Getting 4,100 yards, 33 touchdowns is nice. 13 interceptions, would like that to drop a little bit, but I'm not going to complain. He's finally had a good season. But Bijan, 4.4 per carry, 13 touchdowns, and 1,200 yards. Drake London, 1,200 yards, 10 touchdowns is great. Jalen McMillan, 4 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. Kyle Pitts, 700 yards, 7 touchdowns. And Chantrell Griffith, huge drop off from the previous season, but I'm pretty sure it's because he wasn't in the slot this year. Defensively, Sam Baldwin, 122 tackles, 7 tackles for a loss, and a half a sack as a rookie. Is a great rookie season. Tackles for a loss, 13 for Latu. Sacks, 13 for Latu. 11.5 for Arnold Ebiketie, 8.5 for Max Rhodes, the rookie, and 8 for Stephon Monroe. Great defensive line, great pressure that we're getting in. 4 interceptions for AJ Terrell once again. The safeties, 1 for Latu. I know I'm pronouncing that wrong. And 1 defensive touchdown for Clark Phillips. So, want to re-sign him. Hopefully we can do it this year because our team is really good. But can we get past the Eagles? I know we're going to have to play the Niners or the Cowboys if we do win this. And if we don't even win it. Sucks because our offensive passing game was 8th. Our offensive points per game was 3rd. It sucks, dude. Anyways, let's move into the 4th and final season. And the Chiefs beat the Packers in the Super Bowl as Jordan Love loses 2 Super Bowls in this simulation. Patrick Mahomes wins the Super Bowl MVP and another league MVP. And Max Rhodes wins Defensive Rookie of the Year, which is awesome. NFC South retirements. There are no Falcons here, but Matthew Judon is on the Saints. Tyrann Mathieu retires. Grady Jarrett on the Panthers retires. He goes to a division rival. And Tyler Lockett on the Panthers also retires. Now, this is the team moving into the next season, potentially. We have to do the re-signings. Justin Fields getting superstar dev is absolutely huge. We're going to have to try to work out Drake London's contract, which kind of sucks. McMillan, he had 1,100 yards, didn't he? Or did he have just 1,000? He had 1,000 yards, only 4 touchdowns, so I'm not going to give him a star dev just for that. But defensively, let's see what we have. Rhodes is a superstar dev. Baldwin doesn't get any upgrade. That's so upsetting. AJ Terrell finally gets some X Factor love here. And a specialist. Nothing past that. We shouldn't even bother looking at that. But let's see the re-signings. For the re-signings, I'll accept Latu's 5th-year option. I have negative 3.8 million. I should have signed Clark Phillips for my left guard while I had the chance, because now I can't even do anything. I'm losing Drake London. I'm losing my left guard. I'm losing Clark Phillips, who we didn't necessarily need. But I'm going to need to draft a new wide receiver, and I'm going to need to draft a new left guard. And honestly, Von Bell, my strong safety situation isn't good. That low-key sucks. That was kind of our year to win it, especially with Justin Fields, how well he played that year. So let's move into the draft. In the first round, another normal dev wide receiver. Just total misses this draft, but still, our team's good. A catch in traffic, B medium route, A spec catch, A short route, and he's still normal dev. 6'2", 224, 93 speed, 91 acceleration, 94 jumping. He's going to try to replace Drake London. In the 4th round, I'm picking up defensive back George Mullins to replace Clark Phillips. 5'9", 200 pounds, 94 speed, 93 acceleration. Hidden dev, of course, is the important thing. Only B catching, but he was very athletic. Now, unfortunately, this is the team after the draft. We're still an 87 overall. O-line definitely has regressed a little bit, but receiving core, Elroy, the guy that we got, is not that bad, so I guess he's going to be playing slot, as McMillan's going to be the 2. Not a horrible receiving core, it's just kind of mid, but with Kyle Pitts, it makes it a lot better. O-line is not crazy, but it's definitely not horrible. Bijan, of course, amazing. Defensively, this is what we got. Mullins is 69 overall, nice. And Baldwin, Stevenson, Drake Greenlaw. Ross is going to be the guy. I picked up this guy in the 2nd round. He just sucks, so Ross is going to be the guy for now. Mullins, we're going to move there. Elroy, I guess he's going to play in the slot. McMillan's going to be the 2. And past that, this is what we got, and we just got to hope for the best. Hopefully we can make the playoffs and make a push. In the playoffs, 12-5, coming off a loss to the 6-11 Panthers, which I don't understand. But either way, we still have the 1st seed, 88 overall team, which is, of course, great. Justin Fields, improved passing, touchdowns, but not passing yards. 4th best offense, 2nd best defense is amazing. Almost 4,000 yards, 10 yards shy, 39 touchdowns to 11 interceptions, 111 pass rating. Much, much better than last season, other than the yards, but that's fine. He's improved on touchdowns, lowered his interceptions, improved the pass rating. He's really developed. Bijan, only 8 touchdowns is kind of surprising, but 5.3 per carry, 1,500 yards is great. Chantrell Griffith, 1,100 yards, 9 touchdowns. Jalen and McMillan, 6 touchdowns, 900 yards. Kerry McLaury, almost 900 yards, 11 touchdowns. I really wish we found a way to get Kyle Pitts more involved, because I'm really surprised this dude didn't have a double-digit touchdown season or a 1,000-yard season. But it is what it is. Dre Greenlaw, 100 tackles for a loss, 19 for Arnold Ebiketie. Sacks, much different from last year. 8 for Latu, 7 for Max Rhodes, 6 for Arnold Ebiketie, 4 for Stephon Monroe. Interceptions, 3 for AJ Terrell as he leads the team, again tied with Deron Bland. 0 safeties, 0 defensive touchdowns. Let's see who we're going to be facing in the first round of the divisional here, because we have a 1st round bye. And of course, I'm going to hop into this because we haven't even won a conference championship yet. It's the Eagles again. For the 3rd time, we have to play them. Bit frustrating, but we have home field advantage. We beat them last time with home field advantage. Let's see if we can do it again. Here we are against the Eagles. We're going to start out with nothing. They start out with nothing. Nothing in the first quarter. 7-0 starts for them as they finally strike first. And we're going to put up 7 points right before half, and they're going to put up 3 right before half. 13-7. Just score a touchdown, please. Please, offense, do something. 14-13. 21-14 as they get the 2-point conversion. 21-21. Ooh. 28-21. Don't choke this. Defense, what are you doing? What are you doing? They have no timeouts. 16 seconds left. What could they possibly be doing here to choke this unbelievably badly? And on 2nd and goal, that's going to be a pick. Let's go. Stevenson with the pick. Down the sideline, moving away. 6 seconds left, and that will be the game. I'm glad I hopped in because they most likely would have scored if I wasn't on there, and that wasn't even a user pick. I honestly just got lucky, but we're going to defeat the Eagles to move on to our 2nd conference championship. Justin Fields with 4 passing touchdowns to only 1 interception, 135 passer rating. Amazing. Here we are to face the 11-6 Minnesota Vikings as we have home field advantage, of course. We had the #1 seed. Let's play them in the conference championship. Here we are against the Vikings. They're going to start out with 7. We're going to respond with nothing. Of course, punting in our opponent's territory. It's just, I love the AI. I wish I could just have it to where my coach is aggressive and not just some dipshit. 6-17 against the Vikings in the third quarter. Please score a touchdown. Did you know that's how you win games? 20-14, 17-20. I got a 4th and 1 here. I'm big field goal kick. I'm not going for a field goal kick. I'm finishing the game, which you can't do. 4th and 1. We got a fullback dive. I'm finishing this game. I'm not going to go for some pansy little field goal. I'm not doing that. 1st and 10. Let's see what we have here. Oh, Kyle Pitts. Nasty cut from him. He's going to move upfield. Get to the line. 40 seconds left. 3rd and goal. Let's see what we have. Oh, yes, sir. Has the speed to run away from the linebacker and get a touchdown. Gets away from the sack. And that should be the game, but with 9 seconds left, I know that the AI is moronically retarded, and I'm actually going to play the game just because of that. Desmond Ridder is on the Vikings, dude. Yeah, take the check down. Sure. Good read, Desmond Ridder. You really know why we traded you away. Well, we didn't even trade you away. We let you walk. 3 seconds left. Don't care what they do. Just, yeah. Throw it to the check down, Desmond Ridder. Real good reading options, dude. That's going to be the game. 24-20 as the Falcons are moving on to the Super Bowl. Here we are in the Super Bowl, here to face the Jacksonville Jaguars. Honestly, as long as it's not the Chiefs, I'm really excited to play. Let's see if there's any team upgrades here. From what I can see, no defense. Oh, actually, offensively, McElroy here has star dev now. That's nice. Defensively, anything else that I can see from the naked eye? No. Mullins has star dev, I guess. Cool. But apart from that, don't really care. The 10-7 Jacksonville Jaguars are going to be playing us in the Super Bowl. Let's see if we can finish off this rebuild with a win. Here we are against the Jaguars. They're going to start out with 7. We're going to start out with a punt, of course. That's just how my AI responds. 14-0, 21-0. Good job, Falcons. 21-3. Wow, what a game changer here. As they're going to do nothing before half, but 13-21, down by a 1-score lead, 8 points. 16-21. Please get in the end zone because that is how you win the game, Atlanta. And Justin Fields not going to be able to win a Super Bowl in 4 years with the Falcons. Just the offense doesn't produce. It's really, really frustrating how Justin Fields has these crazy 4 touchdowns games and then proceeds to put 16 points up against the Jaguars. And yeah, 1 touchdown, real good game from you, Justin Fields. 1 for 1, 96 passer rating. Like Bijan, 5.4 per carry. Give him the ball more. Why does he only have 11 attempts? I guess it's realistic to not give Bijan the ball because that's just a Falcon things to do. Let's just see what we have for the Super Bowl MVP. Your Super Bowl MVP is Trevor Lawrence. Kerry McLaury, the wide receiver, is Rookie of the Year. And once again, guess what? He gets star dev, just like every one of my first round picks that had normal dev, still got upgraded, so I guess they were still good picks. Raheem Morris wins Coach of the Year. Doesn't matter, we lose the Super Bowl. Still kind of a successful rebuild because at least Justin Fields made it to the Super Bowl. A lot of teams can't say that. But apart from that, guys, I thank you guys all for watching. Let me know which team you want me to rebuild down in the comments below. Make sure you like and or subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.